Here we are pond hopping again. This little tiny pond right here I found on Google Earth. It's a little shallow mud hole pond, no cover, nothing. If you guys don't know about Google Earth, you need to check it out. It's an easy way to find ponds. Let's go there, see if you can get permission and fish. You see this water is so muddy, and it's a very shallow pond. Like the deepest spot's like 4.5 feet I could find. Very shallow, full of little fish. I'm throwing a spinnerbait that would not touch anything else. It's so murky they couldn't see anything else, I guess. Very aggressive pond. Caught a lot of little dinks out here that I didn't even put on the video. Little tiny fish. Full of fish. It's probably just going to be a little dink pond, but first time I ever fished there. Wintertime, caught a bunch. It was like 60 something degrees this day. Water temperature is like 55, so fish are biting. They were aggressive. Just got to get the bait right in their face. Looks like I got me a new pond I can catch fish at. You can see here it's a little tiny Booyah spinnerbait, Pond Magic, little tiny 1/8 ounce spinnerbait, and I put an oversized War Eagle blade on here, a little Colorado blade. Super slow spinnerbait. I can reel it really slow and they can still find it. Here's sun's getting behind the clouds now, but they're still biting at this little pond. A new pond. It's just gonna be a pond full of little fish. Who knows, there could be some big ones in there, but just guessing there's not. Just most ponds that have you catch a lot of fish in don't have many big fish. The ponds you barely catch anything in are the ones with the big fish in them. Same little spinnerbait, that's all they'd bite there. But when you can catch fish in the wintertime, you can't complain. I was happy with it. I've been getting skunked at a few of my ponds around here. Here's the pond behind the tree nursery pond. I always catch fish in the tree nursery pond, but this little pond behind it, not that good. It's so full of leaves. Water's so tannic and dirty right now, you can't really catch anything. I've caught a lot of fish out of here though. This little guy was on the shaky head. I haven't been catching anything on this pond though. It's really been a struggle with this little pond. Nothing really big in here neither. And back to my favorite little pond here. Almost guaranteed to catch fish here. This is where I go when I can't catch fish anywhere else. Lately I've been able to just catch tons of little fish out of here, nothing big. Pretty much 10 fish every time I go up there. 1 or 2 hours. Even when it's been real cold, I've still caught fish here. See that little shaky head is really what they're hitting. They were on the jig for a little while, and now I can't get them to hit the jig again. Did catch a couple on the jig this day, which I'll take. I really feel like I got a way better chance to catch a decent sized fish on the jig than this little tiny shaky head. It's just a little 1/8 ounce shaky head with a little Bass Pro Shops little shaky worm, little Tournament Series cheapo worm. Ran out of trick worms, need to go get me some more.
Got you that time, fish.
Same thing, shaky head. Back with the spinning rod. I'd much rather be catching them on moving baits like the spinnerbait. It's the same day I was catching them on the spinnerbait at that other pond, a little murky pond, but nothing would touch the spinnerbait. I threw the spinnerbait for 20-30 minutes and nothing. Not a bite. I've caught half the fish out of this pond. I'd say a quarter of them have hook marks in their mouth. I need to give this pond a break, but can't catch anything anywhere else. Here's one on the jig. Finally something a little better. It's still a small guy. Not a single fish over 2 pounds yet. That one guy was like 1.8 at a little back pond, the only one I caught in that pond. So still this year I have not caught a single fish over 2 pounds. I'm like 30 some fish in, maybe even 40, and nothing over 2 pounds yet. Supposed to be catching big fish this time of year, but not in ponds. Need to go make a trip to the lake. Just don't want to waste all the gas money and not catch anything. Get skunked, which is a good possibility, but you can catch a big one at the lake right now. Big fat pre-spawn fish. This is that little 3/16 ounce little finesse jig with a speed crawl on the back of it for a trailer. Slow it down a little bit. Really just hitting it like a shaky head anyways. I'm just slowly dragging it, shaking it. If I hop it, I'm not really getting any bites. I have got a few bites just letting it sink on the initial cast, but mostly they're picking up off the bottom. Fish are still slow moving. Not wanting to bite moving baits. But it's wintertime. Could be sitting on ice right now, hating my life like half the people up north. So I'll take it. Anything is better than nothing.